So you started bodybuilding because you were skinny, and why don't you tell the viewers? I know there's a lot of schmoes, they know about you and stuff, but you could I'm sure you could, you unless you don't mind like sharing your
Oh no, not at
experience.
all.
Yeah.
Um, well, so yeah, you're right. I grew up very skinny. I grew up as a child. I was actually very underweight. Um, that's not really why I started. I did in my teen years. I developed an eating disorder because once like I hit puberty, I felt like I was fat. Um, it's pretty typical. And I did develop an eating disorder, and so I never hit over 100 pounds until after high school.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I was pretty, but I'm also short. So,
Yeah.
um, and so I was the people I was around, the school that I went to, they all really rewarded like the super skinny, and that was kind of the thing back then too when I was growing up. Um, we had the Victoria's Secret models that were super skinny, and everyone just kind of, it seemed like every woman wanted just to be a stick, right? And so I kind of fell into that because I was seeing that that's what was getting rewarded. But it was always really hard for me at the same time. Like I didn't weigh a lot, but anytime I would gain weight, it was so hard for me to get it off. And we're
Yeah.
not talking like I was never overweight, like really like truly overweight. It was staying super super skinny was always a struggle for me. I always had to restrict, constantly restrict, and but I did it because I thought that's what I needed to be accepted. Um,
Yeah.
and so I was 16 and I was working in a grocery store and I saw a muscle and fitness magazine and it had a female body. I'm assuming she was bodybuilding because back then I think that was the only category for women. But I saw her and I was like, oh my god, I had never seen a muscular woman before,
Yeah.
and so yeah, bought the magazine. I started going to a gym, and that's kind of how it started. Like there was a lot of other stuff, that went into it, and people would make fun of me for being skinny sometimes, even though I was intentionally trying to be skinny. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's the basic gist of it. And then I ended up meeting a trainer at the gym, and he kind of took me under his wing and was like, "Hey," and he could tell. He was like, "I know you have an eating disorder. I'm just gonna put that out there. But if you want to look like the girl in the magazine, you gotta eat."
Yeah. 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 It's kind of the opposite. I grew up around the black community, and it's like we like thickness. With us guys, we like thickness. I mean, like skinny girls, we're not like, unless if they have a shape to it. It's not. We ain't really like really messing with it too much, like that. But I used to be, I used to be overweight too. I remember, but I was doing it because of medication and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy stuff. I was acting up, and I got, because of that. And I would look at the muscle magazines and work out and all that stuff and play basketball and stuff. And that's where I get kind of addicted to you muscle women and stuff. So